Welcome to Vipers Voices, and it's a Vipers Voices with a difference because this has been the first ever DP World ILT20 player auction. We're there at the end of the auction, and I'm delighted to say that we've got the CEO of the Desert Vipers alongside me, Phil Oliver. Phil, thanks so much for joining us straight off the back of the auction. And I guess the first question has to be, are you happy?
Thanks, Brian. Yeah, good to be here. It's been a little while, but not too long ago that we were talking on the side of the dugout after the last final. So we're really pleased to be looking forward to season 4, and it's been a fantastic afternoon and evening. We're very happy with what we've got. It's been an exciting development with ILT20 being able to enter an auction, and we're very pleased. We've ticked all the boxes, as they say.
The headlines, I guess, for the Desert Vipers, the 3 big Pakistan signings, Fakhar Zaman, Nazim Shah and Hassan Nawaz. What was the thinking there?
Yeah, I mean, Fakhar, to start with him, we know what we get with him. He was obviously a big success for us last year. High quality batter who can open the innings and bat a little bit lower down, so he provides some flexibility. But it's also the character of the player. He's a fantastic leader, great around the group, and he's a very important piece of our jigsaw, so delighted to have him.
Nazim Shah, pace bowling option there. That's quite exciting, isn't it?
Yes, explosive, lots of pace, can bowl in all stages of the innings, all 3 phases. So he's going to be a real threat for us with the ball, and we're excited to have him because he is a bit X factor.
And Hassan Nawaz, I guess, with the bat, a little bit of an X factor as well, because we know earlier this year, 145 balls for Pakistan against New Zealand in Auckland. He did the same in the PSL as well. What a power striker.
Yeah, fantastic talent. Talking of X factor, he is very much that. You mentioned those innings. He had a fantastic PSL. Obviously kept a close eye on him thereafter. And he's flexible as well. He's got an amazing boundary percentage. He clears the rope, so he can bat in a variety of positions across the top order. And it could be a finisher option as well for us. So really good pickup.
Have to ask as well, Phil, about the no objection certificate situation with those Pakistan players. How concerned are you as to whether they will actually get the green light to be part of the DP World ILT20?
I guess it's a bit of a consideration, but we go for the talent and making sure that we get all the positions that we need. We've had Pakistan players over the last 2 seasons. They've been a big part of what we've done, getting to the final last year. As I say, Fakhar was a huge part of that. So we'll cross that bridge if we need to come to it. But we're just delighted to have them.
2 Afghanistan players as well. One of them, the wrist spinner, Qais Ahmed, who's got a storied T20 career all around the world as well. So you're getting experience with him, even though he's still relatively young.
Yes, we know Qais well. We've played against him in this tournament. Wrist spin is an important part of the jigsaw in franchise cricket. So he's going to be an exciting addition to the squad, and I think it's going to complement what we've got in terms of balance of the attack. Young, energetic, good around the field, but with some experience as well. So it's really nice to have him complementing our spin attack.
And what about Faridun Dawood, the left arm fast bowler for Afghanistan? Not a name that's a household name, I guess, but obviously the Vipers over the years have had a history of picking lots of left arm quicks, and he's another one off the production line in that regard.
They offer something a little bit different, and this guy definitely does that. We look at young talent and look further ahead as well. We like developing players in our team environment. That's an important part of what we do, and he's an exciting young quick bowler who got lots of variation and offers, as I say, something a little bit different.
Now, you've also pulled in right at the end of the auction there, Tawanda Mayeye, who plays for Kent in England and obviously has played for Tom Moody at the Oval Invincibles as well. Tom, I guess, was a fairly significant person in terms of getting him on board.
Yeah, Tom's judgment of a player is second to none. So it's brilliant to have his input on Tawanda, who's had a brilliant summer, high class act, had a really good 100 and season in England. So really good to have him, and adding a touch of as I say, different sort of different sort of option at the top of the order, but again is also flexible. And a really good guy to have around the group. Tom knows him well, as you say, and we look forward to him getting the Vipers colours.
Let's talk about the UAE signings, Phil. Victor Aravind, you had the honour of having the first player with the hammer bang down for him, Sanjay Pahal, and also Mutiala Khan. Those two players were part of the Vipers development squad that got to the final of the development tournament. How do you feel about those three?
Yeah, I think it's a testament to the success of that event. Actually, we paid really close attention to the players who were involved in that. The coaches did a great job of developing that group of players. And it was brilliant to see them up close. Mattiula, we know from this tournament. Again, we've played against him. We know what he can bring in terms of new ball bowling and across all three phases, actually. So he came in for us relatively late in the development tournament, played in that final. And he really got stuck in and proved himself at that point. So we're delighted to have the option to pick him up. Sanjay Pahal was, I think, MVP in that event. Exciting player in that he's three disciplines. A genuine all-rounder, clears the ropes, big hitter, and reliable with the ball, and a safe pair of hands. So and a bit of experience as well. He's played to a high level in India. So he's a great addition. Richard, brilliant to have him. He's someone who's been a big part of UAE cricket for a while, but still young. He's that brilliant combination of young but with experience. Really pleased to have him.
And he offers you the option of keeping wicket as well.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, flexibility in options is important. I think it's nice to have that, because combinations is important to have that as you go throughout the tournament. Cover all your bases. Richard's a brilliant addition.
Now, you had one associate player on your list through Andreas House, the USA wicketkeeper batter. Your second associate player was Tom Bruce, originally from New Zealand, now playing for Scotland, thanks to his father, who's a Scotsman. What was your thinking there? Was he always one of your top picks, if you like?
Yes, you assemble these shortlists, and Tom has been a part of that throughout the process. Impact player with a lot of experience again, and that really nice mix of having the experience in lots of different conditions, but with plenty to prove and take this opportunity in this league. Delighted to give him the opportunity, and he's going to be a real option, because, as you say, associates are an important part of this tournament. We're delighted with how they develop, in our team environment, as I say, and the fact that an associate is in the starting 11, which is a slight change from last year's event. It's important that you get those selections right, and we're delighted with the two we've got.
Talking of changes from last year's event, of course, we can't ignore the fact that there were Kuwait players and Saudi Arabia players in the auction as well. And the players you picked up for Kuwait, first of all, Bilal Tahir, lots of experience and a very high strike rate in the middle order. And also Faisal Khan from Saudi Arabia, an exceptional strike rate, a top order batter. Were those two players always on your radar?
Absolutely, yes. It's been the fun part, actually, doing some scouting and looking around at those options for the GCC nation players who have come in, as you say. And it's a fantastic opportunity for them and for us. We're really excited about the direction of travel with ILT20, with the associations with Kuwait Cricket Board and Saudi Arabia Cricket Board. And these guys have got a brilliant opportunity. They're going to be playing with some fantastic players. And so everyone wins out of this arrangement. It's really exciting, and we look forward to having them with us. They're going to learn a lot, but they're going to offer a lot as well. We're going to have a really nice, diverse group of players, lots of different nationalities, nice cultural mix, and it's going to be a fantastic December and early January together.
Let's also, Phil, talk about the players that you bid for that you didn't get. By my reckoning, Nathan Sauter, who's been a Desert Vipers player for a couple of seasons, the leg spin bowler who's had success at the Oval Invincibles, most recently in the 100. Scott Curry, the Scotland all-rounder. Brandon McMullen, another all-rounder, and again for Scotland. Ibra Ahmed and Meet Bavsa. So those players, you put the paddle up, but didn't end up getting them across the line. Any regrets there?
The way an auction goes, of course, but absolutely no complaints. Yeah, just to touch on Nathan, he's been a part of the Vipers family for a couple of years, and just really pleased for him as much as anything. That's the overriding emotion when you see a player get picked up at a really nice level for him. We wish him all the best. He's a great guy, and he had a really good summer, and there's no surprise that there was so much interest in him.
Just give us a little bit of a picture, Phil, as well. What was it like there at the table? Because, as we've said, this was the first ever auction for the DP World ILT20. How much tension was there? How much expectation was there? And how much were you looking round at the other tables and seeing what they were doing, how much money they had left? And how did all those things play together?
Yeah, a little bit. I think it was good fun, mainly. Of course, as you said, we were the first successful bidder. It was nice to it's like getting off the mark, isn't it, I guess? So that sort of relaxes everyone, I think, on the table. And it was it was well run. You could see exactly what you had left in terms of purse, what the other teams were doing. Richard did a fantastic job, as auctioneer, and it all went very smoothly from our perspective and in general. So great experience. It's been a while for an auction to come into this league. And it's been an exciting day, and we look forward to the results of the auction, because the event itself is good fun, but the most important bit is getting the players together and getting cracking in early December.
Yeah, you ended up not spending all your money. So what does that actually mean to the Desert Vipers? Can you go out and bring other players in? Is that what it means?
Well, it's a nice position to be in, without looking at the money too closely. Of course, I think it shows that you've done a pretty good job. It's obviously I think it shows the hard work and impacts that the whole team have had together. You mentioned Tom Moody, who's on the line throughout in Australia, Freddie Wild, our analyst, and everyone who worked together on that. James Foster, head coach, had an input. He's in New Zealand, so everyone puts a lot into it. So it's really nice to reflect well on a job well done. Yeah.
How did all that go, actually, Phil, with so many people in so many different parts of the world? A lot of moving parts for the auction for you. How easy or how difficult was it to coordinate all that?
I think once you're set up and you've got the preparations in place, it goes pretty smoothly. We all knew what we needed to do in terms of logistics and process, but also what we needed to do in terms of our targets. The work was done ahead of time, so it was nice to put it into practice.
So how confident are you feeling now, Phil? Obviously, we're still a couple of months away from the start of the tournament. The Vipers playing the opening match of the tournament against the Dubai Capitals, a repeat of the previous final of season 3. How confident are you? Do you feel, I don't know, a foot taller perhaps after getting the auction out of the way and getting the people you wanted in the squad?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely whetted the appetite. I think we're 2 months away from the tournament, and this is really all systems go now. We've got the squad, and we can't wait to get going. Yes, we're confident. It looks great on paper, but as the cliche goes, it's what happens out on the pitch, of course. So we've got all the ingredients. Looking forward to getting out there on the 2nd of December against familiar opposition, as you say.
Well, there we are then. That's the story from the inaugural DP World ILT20 draft. The Vipers have got their squad in place, and now it's a question of the players coming together, the coaching staff coming together, and hopefully everything else coming together for season 4 of the DP World ILT20. And fingers crossed this time, the Vipers can get their hands on the silverware. Thanks so much for being with us, and we will, of course, be back as the season unfolds.
Thanks, Brian, and thanks for all your hard work today. See you soon.
Thanks, Phil.